Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to PRL. I'm going to do my traditional check that you can all hear me. Welcome back. You can. Lovely. We are here for the Tier 2 finale. We had the Tier 1 finale yesterday. It was exciting. Maybe not as exciting as some people would have liked, but nevertheless, we're here for Tier 2. And I am looking forward to it. We have two main championship contenders, the two AlphaTauri boys. They have been at the front pretty much all season. Alex, of course, turning up a little bit late, but has made up for lost time. What does J Horses drink tonight? You got to guess, mate. You got to guess. They've made up for lost time. Currently, we have an 11-point gap at the top. A little bit more than there was in Tier 1 last night. There's also no cards today. He had a family dinner that he completely forgot about. So no, you're just going to have to put up with me. We have LX, who is on 183, and Dust, his AlphaTauri teammate, on 172. So an 11-point gap, certainly not, it's not Corona, Jimmy. Certainly not insurmountable. We have Farth, who can technically still win the championship, but is not here. So technically can't win the championship. Kadoy, who may well be looking to jump into P3 in the championship, who is here, and we have 17 drivers for you today. And yeah, I am drinking. It is not alcoholic though. To throw a real curveball into the mix, it's not alcoholic. It's a normal person's drink. I am going out after this, so I do not want to start too early. When I'm not turning up to pre-drinks. Already drunk. And as I said, we've got 17 drivers. We have a few returning faces. We have, it's not Dr. Pepper. We have Speedy Bullet, who's back after a while. We've got Just a Cold Pillow, who continues his return. Good to have him even. Salman Bus fan, who we all know now is a Tier 2 regular. And we'll be looking to get onto the podium. Maybe the win for today. And we will sit and wait. We will see whether, if you were here for for last week's Tier 2 stream, whether Dust comes out and gets a lap in as early as possible, considering he left it right to the last in Japan, and he certainly paid the price, considering he had fantastic pace. For those wondering, Racing Tools is working. It didn't work yesterday because we had a lobby disconnect or a desync when F1ology got booted out, and that ruined the race stats. But we are still here, and we are waiting for Dust. He's still yet to come out. We will jump on board with Jimmy Jags, and we will get all the stuff ready. I would like to be more excited and awake for this stream. I will do my absolute best. I have worked since 9 a.m. today, and I got back about an hour ago. So I'm going to power through as I try and work out how to do that. There we go. We do not need the tyre, we need nothing there. That data, lovely stuff. We are going to stay on board with Jimmy, who sadly is going to be in Tier 2 next season. Maybe not sadly for him, because he liked it. He did win the Constructors though yesterday, and as Ars Henson said, it's a little bit strange having the Tier 1 Constructors Championship, Constructors Champion even racing in Tier 1, or Tier 2 even. But we will see what kind of laps he will do, and what kind of lap times the rest of them will do. I would say, knowing the pace of LX and Dust and Kevin as well, actually. Kevin's very quick. I would say we are probably looking at mid-22s. I believe, if I have not got that wrong. Kevin looks like he's coming out of the pits. We'll jump forward with Jimmy Jags, coming into turn 1, clips the apex nicely, takes a little bit too much on the inside, but still carries the car through nicely, coming down into the long right-hander, really not clipping the apex there, but it's not a bad first sector from Jimmy, and he goes purple. Excuse me, I'm a bit ill. As me and Carter were discussing yesterday, you cannot trust the purple sectors. So I imagine Jimmy will be purple in all 3 sectors, and we'll probably pop it into P4 or something. We will wait and see. Looks like we have got no AlphaTauris on track at the moment. They are probably waiting and saving a set of soft tyres. Jimmy looks like he is going to run that a little bit wide. Comes on back onto the track, doesn't use all the curb on the left. and looks like he might have a Haas that will hold him up. I don't know if that's Franz on an out lap or a flying lap. We will wait and see. Jimmy goes purple in sector 2. Does not use all of the track on the right. And we will see what he can do coming into this last sector. It's pretty tricky to maintain the momentum of the car. It looks like he's gone a bit wide. He's got away with it though. A 24.3 from J Rat is the fastest time of the session so far. We will see whether Jimmy can beat the 24.3 that Iron Kid has just set. He's gone 5 thousandths quicker than the Aston Martin. Jimmy goes with a 23.6. He goes 7 tenths quicker than Iron Kid and J Rat and Franz Viper. Go on, Jimmy. He's flying. That looks like Franz Piper getting out of the way. Do we have Alex? Alex is on an outlap. Dust still not coming out the pits. Is he going to do it again? Looks like Dust getting out the way, or just warming his tyres actually. Yeah, so Jimmy on top at the moment. Looks like we'll be on board with Bully for a bit, see what he can do. He looks like he has set a purple second sector. Dom goes top of the timesheets, only a 10.5 quicker than Jimmy. Jimmy's got some pace today, because we know Dom is quick with a 23.4, so nicely done from the Aston Martin. I imagine Bully will probably pop it into P1 for the moment. He's a very quick driver, will most likely be going up to Tier 1 next season. We will see what kind of time the Alfa Romeo can put on the timesheet, and it is going to be a 22.9. There you go, almost 5 tenths quicker, excuse me, than the Alfa Romeo. No, Aston Martin. Get there in the end. Showing you the pace that he has. Dust is still in the pit, so we're going to go through this all again. We'll see what Alex can do. This is the important one for the moment. And does he set a purple first sector? We're going to wait to see whether he does. Coming across the first sector split, it looks like he has with a 17.3. We'll remember that for future times. Dust is still in the pits. Looks like Speedy Bullet, Dust and Mons are the ones still yet to come out of the pits. Alex looks like he took that first sector pretty nicely. So he will be hoping for a time that puts him to the top of the timesheets for what would be an absolutely crucial pole. Kevin, there we go, a 22.9 from him in the Red Bull. Puts him to the top of the timesheets. Could be a good fight between these three. Maybe Simon as well. We'll see what Simon. He looks like he's invalidated his lap, so maybe not. But we'll jump back on board with Alex. Looks like he's going to have that's either a Litchi or Bully. Get out of the way very nicely. Alex, who I imagine has been practicing this track pretty feverishly, takes the third sector pretty nicely. Almost invalidates, gets away with it, and now we'll be coming across the line in about 5 seconds' time. We will see. Clips the apex very nicely on the last corner. It's going to be a 23.0, and that puts him P3. And that is maybe not what he was wanting. But for the moment, his championship ride was in P15. This guy does not like qualifying. If you are listening, Dust, please do come out the pits and do at least 2 runs. Because you're going to find it very hard to win the championship from the back of the grid. Kadoy, who we know has got pace, with a 53.3, always going really wide though, into the start of sector 3, so that's going to cost him a couple of tenths, although it looks like he's recovered it pretty well. So we will see what he can do as he comes to the second to last corner, now to the last corner. What's he going to post? I imagine it won't be too far off. It is a 23.5, so it is quite far off, 5 tenths behind Dom as well. So that qualifying pace that Kadoy showed quite early in the season seemed to have dropped off a little bit. But do not count him out. He definitely has pace in his locker. Dust is still in the pits. Okay. As it looks like Simon has gone purple in the first sector, almost certainly, considering Alex definitely, well, I think he was a 17.3 as well, but definitely not as quick as a 17.3 as Simon just did. Simon coming into the tight left-right chicane. It looks like he's taking it pretty easily. Takes a lot of curb on the outside and gets that done nicely. He looks like he might have a Williams in the way. Is that Chris Piper? No, that is Iron Kids. Gets out of the way very nicely, and it is a purple second sector for Simon Busfan, looking like he, at the moment, may well be on to challenge the top 3, which will certainly be good for him. He's got good quality pace and good race pace here in Tier 2, and he will certainly be looking forward to the start of a new season, see if he can challenge But is Dust coming out? I don't know, man. He's doing his own thing. Bless him. Oh, Simon has a real moment, and that looks like it's a 22.7 from Simon. So even without that, he would have been well in the lead. So Simon has got pace. Simon's been practicing. Very nicely done for him. Dust, you're starting a bit. Please, Dust, come out. Who else we got? Just Cold Pillow looks like he's popped himself into P8. And elsewhere, I think that's it for the moment. Literally in P11. We've had Tazzy, who is back, who is Real Maroc, after his wheel broke, I believe. He's back. Good to have him back. In P13 for the moment. Chris Piper is 21.5 seconds off the back. I imagine he's got a bit more pace in the locker. Speedy Bullet, we will jump aboard with him and we'll see what he can do. Takes a little wide into turn 1, carries the speed relatively nicely, and is just going to want to get through this first lap. Set a bank of time, and then I imagine come up for one more, save a set of tyres. Looks like Dust is still... Alright, dude. Alright. And what is it going to be for Speedy Bullet? In fact, I completely missed it, but it wasn't purple. I know that. He's just not going out of it. Fair enough. Looks like we've got Alex. We will jump on board with him in a second. Looks like he's the one behind Speedy Bullet's Mega Drive yesterday. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have you back soon as well. Be really good to race with you again. It's been a while, so be good to have you back in PRL and BRL whenever you get your stuff fixed. So do just let me know. Speedy Bullet with a purple second sector, maybe has some straight line speed on that car, or maybe just got a very nice exit out of that chicane. We will jump off board with him. I hope so too. Yeah, I hope so too, mate. We will see. Speedy Bullet looks like we've had, I believe that was Jimmy bloody hell. Jimmy Jags up in P5 with a 23.0. He certainly, that's incredible. He's only 15 thousandths off the championship leader. Maybe a title charge incoming. Speedy Bullet puts himself into P8, 8.5 tenths off the best lap time. Alex, we will be riding on board with him as his championship rival. Seems pretty intent on doing one run, which is brave. And here we go, Alex. We will jump off board with him. Bully with a 22.6, so he goes 800s quicker than Simon. Simon definitely has more time in the bank though. Jimmy is cooking. Jimmy is cooking indeed. It's a bit weird. Alex, I think he was about 500s down or 600s down on his first sector time. So he'll be wanting to improve a bit more. He's still got 3.5 tenths even to find on his mate Bully in the Alfa Romeo. Looks like the Haas has got out of the way nicely. Alex is going to be coming into this chicane. Gets it turned to the left nicely and looks like he's got a pretty good exit. So that will be a lot of time gained if he has got that nailed as it looked he did. The Red Bull gets out of the way nicely and he is going to be... He does his set. It's a purple second sector, but he's still down on his time. And it looks like he is going to go on to use all 3 sets of tyres, unless he decides that this lap is going to be enough. At the moment, he is not improving on his time. He still has time maybe to find in the 3rd sector. Maybe doesn't take as much corner as he did on the last lap, but we will see what he can do. He's going to come across the line in about 3 seconds time, and it is going to be a 10th improvement from him, so he's 2.5 tenths off Bullet, so not bad at all from him. He's still in a very good position. Dust is, I don't know what Dust is doing. Someone feel free to message him and check that he's okay, because I don't know, does he know he's in a championship fight? He's currently 17th, and at the moment, if anything goes wrong on his one-time lap, which it looks like he's going to be going for, then he is not going to be a happy boy. Kevin looks like he may well be on he is on a time lap, so we will keep an eye on him. He has pace, we know that. Simon also going to be on an outlap with Bully in the pits, so Simon's definitely going to have a chance to regain that pole position. We will stay on board with Kevin and see what he can do when he comes into the 3rd sector. He's had a real big moment, and that's going to cost him 3 or 4 tenths, and there he's backed out. Clearly didn't think carrying on was worth it, so he's going to get another go. Could always pop himself up into P4. Very nice done from him. Talking about his pace that we knew he had. And there it is, 2.5 tenths off. Only a little bit behind Alex. Simon is the man that we will be staying aboard with it. And maybe not. Because he is 2.5 tenths up. 2.5 seconds down, sorry. on his time. Although, did he do this last time? Did he go for 2 out laps? Not entirely sure. We will wait and see. Dust still in the pits. I think we are resigned to the fact that he might just well be doing 1 lap. As my throat is already beginning to kill. I don't know how Carter does this. Although I'm not sure Carter does shifts before the stream. Who else have we got? We got Iron Kid on a new set. Just on his outlap for the moment. Chris and Tazzy. Tazzy looks like he is not going to improve. That's 8.5 seconds down. Simon still, what's he on? He was on his on a second warm-up lap, wasn't it? Unless he has ruined his lap and is deciding to come in. We will wait and see. Is Simon going to come into the pits? Is he going to go for a time lap? He is going to go for a time lap, so this is the one to watch for the moment. Dust is on his outlap finally, so we will be paying close attention to him once Simon's lap is finished. But Simon coming into turn 1, takes it very nicely and invalidates straight away. Validates straight away, and he is going to have to motor. He almost certainly actually will not be able to get a second time lap in. So that is going to be a P2 at maximum for Simon, but the man we need to jump on board with is Eat My Dust. This is going to be a crucial lap for him. He's elected to do 1 lap, 1 time lap. Okay, and there we go. He spun it into the wall. And he is going to have a seriously quick turnaround in the pits if he wants to get in and out. I think that might be it, actually, unless I'm not entirely sure what the time is for waiting on a wing change in the pits. Oh dear, indeed. I mean, he's done it to himself, really, waiting that long. Should have got a couple of laps in, and that's going to be most likely P17 for Dust. I don't know what he's done, man. Don't know what he's done. Title fight probably over then. Yeah, over before it began. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. That has ruined things a little bit. Unless Dust gets in and out and motors on his outlap, probably using a bit of ERS as well. We will keep an eye on that. I imagine Alex probably will have seen that and does not need to come out unless he wants to use a second set of tyres, or a third set even. Bullet is on his outlap. Jimmy ahead of Dust. I know he's winning the championship next season. Yeah, put your stocks, get your Jimmy stocks in, because he is looking good at the moment. He's on his outlap. So we actually will be keeping a keen eye on Jimmy to see what he can do. Dust is he going to come out? He's not going to make that, is he? He's not going to make that. Yeah, wild from Dust. I don't know what he was thinking. No idea what he was thinking. Alexis on an outlap. Kadoy's on an outlap. Kevin has decided not to come out. We got just a Pillow actually, who snuck into P7. I didn't even notice that. Nicely done from him. He is still behind Jimmy though. Jimmy is the man to watch for the moment. Bullet is... We've got Simon, who's not going to make that. And it's just wasted a set of tyres for no reason. Very brave from him. Yeah, not going to make that. Go on, Jimmy, indeed. Jimmy is here. He's finally on his outlap. On his hot lap. We will stay on board with him. He's the first one of the top 6 to be on his time lap. Is he going to be quicker across the first sector split? He is not. But he's pretty much there. Looks like we have had Dom pop it up into P3. Nicely done from him. He's 1.5 tenths off Bullet. Bullet, I imagine, will go quicker. But still very, very nicely done from him. Jimmy is going to be coming down to a tricky chicane in that Mercedes. What is he going to do in that Max Verstappen helmet? It looks like he's got that done nicely. Jimmy with the pace out of nowhere. Doesn't take much curb on the left, but that means he will get a decent exit. And we will see what he does coming out of... I swear he lifted through turn 3. It did look like... He's given us the rest of us a chance. He is up on his time. Maybe not the most, not enough for the pole at the moment, but if he can get a fantastic Sector 3, then we could be looking at a Jimmy Jack's top 5 in qualifying, which I never thought I'd say. Elsewhere, it looks like we have had Kadoy is up on his time. Alex, I missed. Dom's already set his. Bullet is finished on his time. So it might be on Jimmy. Is he invalidated? Jimmy's invalidated. No, maybe not from Jimmy. Kadoy's the man to watch then for the moment. Dust is almost certainly not going to hit his time lapping, I don't believe. Unless he did he just about get there? He might well have done, only just. Looks like he was a 17.4, so that was a bit down on Alex's time. Kadoy is almost is 2.5 tenths up on his time. Jimmy's invalidated, and that has broken my heart. Dust has managed to get, that is incredible from Dust. I have no idea how he's managed to do that. Simon definitely didn't get, sorry. Kadoy looking like he may well be taking pole for the moment, considering Bulle is in the pits. What can Kadoy do? He's invalidated right in the last corner, and that would not have been pole, that would have been P2. That is going to hurt. Dust got to line by half a second. Right, well, that is the man to watch for the moment. It's a 53.4. Dust needs to be top 6 at the very least. AlphaTauri Mechanics, indeed. This is incredible from Dust. Hopefully, whoever that is, looks like the McLaren in the way, gets out of the way, does do nicely. What is Dust going to do in terms of lap time? Is he going to be top 6? He is going to be 8th. 8th for Dust. A pretty nice lap from him, all things considered. He does have Jimmy ahead of him, which is terrifying for him, and he has Speedy Bullet behind him as well, so in a bit of a Mercedes sandwich. But considering how Jimmy in P7, go on Jimmy. Considering how that was looking a little bit for Dust, a P8 is definitely not the worst in the world. Also considering Alex is only in P4. And we may well not get any safety cars this race. Safety car is on reduced for those who are asking after Japan. It is unreduced, and there we go. Bulle is your pole sitter for the finale here in Abu Dhabi. We've got Simon Barstafan, who probably should have taken pole, but did not get out in time. In P2, we've got Dom, a very nicely done P3 from him. Alex in P4, Kadoy in P5, got Kevin in P6, Jimmy Jags in P7 with a 23.0. I can't believe that's happened. Dust, the title rival in P8, Speedy Bullet on his return in P9, just called Pillow, Iron Kid, J-Rat, Mons, Alicia Christie, Franz, Chris, Maroc, and that is it. Maroc was 5.1 seconds off the time. What's going on with him there? Franz and Chris, who will be sadly leaving us at the end of this season. This is their last race, so don't forget to say goodbye to them once this is all over, because they've been great. They are very unproblematic drivers, and that's good to see. But there we have it. Here in the finale, things are back on after looking like they would be absolutely off for a while. So anyone who's tuned out, feel free to tune back in. And we are going to get underway in about 30 seconds time. Everyone feel free to get your predictions in as to who is going to take this championship. Dust, certainly the favourite for the moment. Sorry, not Dust. Alex, certainly the favourite for the moment. 4 places ahead and with an 11-point lead. But anything can happen in Tier 2. It can be chaotic. We can have glitches. We can have anything you can name. So we will wait and see. And I imagine at the end of this race, we're going to crown a very worthy championship winner. And that is going to be actually it for Season 2. Which feels weird to say, as everyone's what's it called? Messages are coming through at the same time, so I'm just going to check that the stream is still up. It is. Happy days. You can all hear me. And I imagine we are going to get out onto track soon. Hopefully no safety car glitches. Hopefully nothing. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are underway here in PRL Tier 2 for the finale. It looks like Simon has got a pretty good start, but Bulle gets the better start, although Simon on those hard tyres. Alex sends one down the inside of Dom, and that is Dust is in P8. Alex looks like he's barged his way past into P3, but now that's P4 down for him, and he's got Kevin right on his tail. Looks like Jimmy Jags has lost a position down into P7. Everything's holding up so far. Everyone's facing the right way. Jimmy Jags has Dust down his inside. Is he going to let the championship leader go? It looks like he's at a moment. Doesn't have a choice. But gets a much better exit. Dust pushes him off a little bit. And that's going to be back down to P8 for Dust. And he's now going to be under attack from Iron Kid. This is going to be crucial for Dust. He does not need to be taken out now. What is he going to do? Looks like he's had Gold Pillow goes past him. Is he going to send it on the inside of Cold Pillow? He is. Why did you do that, Dust? Don't send it up the inside. Whatever you do, you're in a championship fight. It's now down to P10. Yeah, could have seen that one coming. Looks like Kevin has got past Kadoy. Good racing from everyone so far. Alex on the medium tyres, Simon on the hard tyres. Looks like he's got some serious pace at the moment. We will jump on board with the tyres and see what everyone's doing. Mostly mediums, apart from 3. But Dust needs to get a move on. He's down into P10. Looks like we had a little bit of lag there. Might be from me. I am not entirely sure. Looks like Cole Pillow has had a moment, and that is a free position for Dust down into P9. Josh Cole Pillow has retired from the session, and that is a safety car straight away. There we go. Is anyone going to jump into the pits? I imagine not. Doesn't look like it. And that is a safety car on lap 1 of this race. Just Cole Pillow. Looks like he spun and then just retired. Which is a shame for him. And that was a pretty chaotic opening lap. We will look at the position changes. Not a whole lot. Real Maroc is going all over the place. Just Cole Pillow has left the session, probably unsurprisingly. As it looks like everyone's internet is fine up the front. I think it might be the guys at the back. Maroc, I didn't do anything. No, I know, mate. It wasn't you. Don't worry. Yep, Dust down into P9, losing 1 position. Kevin, very nicely done, up into P5, getting past Kadoy, who has dropped down to P6. Alex maintaining his position. That's all he needs to do. Have faith in the guy. Come on, answer. Yeah, come on. Let's have a bit more support for Jimmy. He's in P7 at the moment, and I am feeling Jimmy Jag's top 5. My one crazy prediction. The safety car is waiting. This is good for Simon on those hard tyres. He looked like he was right on the back of Bully as well. Whether or not he used a lot of ERS to get there, I am not sure. But we will wait and see when this race resumes. Just Cole Pillow's wheel came off from the slight. Yeah, the game physics on wheels are pretty rubbish. This is not a particularly eventful safety car. There's no one pitting. Everyone's maintaining position. Speedy Bullet has lost a couple of positions down into P11. Mons is up into P10. Elichi, Chris and Maroc have all made up positions. Unsurprising considering just Gold Pillow has retired. His teammate Mons in P10. I imagine Alpine only with 1 car today, but they're pretty safe for P3 in the Constructors. And actually, I haven't even checked how far behind, excuse me, Red Bull they are. Let me have a look, because that is something to get excited about. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. AlphaTauri have won it at a canter, so that is not in play for the moment. And it looks like Red Bull are pretty safe in P2, unless Simon picks up maximum points, and I think Red Bull have to get deducted some points as well. So we will see whether Kevin commits some heinous crimes. Safety car is going to be in this lap. That is lovely to see. Bullet looking like he is really slowing the pack down. As long as he is above 55, then he is more than welcome to. And it looks like he is going fairly quick. He's going to want to let the safety car get to the pits as early as possible. Will he be under attack from Simon? It looks like Alex and Kevin have been scrapping for position under safety car. Hopefully that has sorted itself all out, and Alex or even Kevin does not get a 5-second penalty for that. Chris Piper picks up a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. I don't know what that's for. As it looks like everything's chaos at the back. And we will see actually what. But it looks like he may have. No, he's going quickly, so it's not his problem. Looks like just a bit of chaos at the back. When is he going to go? Looks like he's gone now. Has he caught Simon napping? A little bit, actually. Simon will have to close in. He does, actually. Look at that. It's only 5 tenths as we go across and we restart this race here in the finale of Tier 2. Looks like we have had a yellow flag at the back. Not entirely sure what for. Simon going very wide into Turn 1. May well have picked up a warning for that. Dust not picking up any positions on that safety car restart. Bully looking like he's going to use his ERS to try and break the tow. And looking like the internet on my end might be a little bit dodgy. But we will wait and see. Hopefully that doesn't ruin anyone's race. Simon with Dom quite close behind him. Is Dom going to go for the move? He is going to use that ERS, but actually Simon is just going to use his ERS to fend off the quicker Aston Martin for the moment. Alex on the medium tyres has Kevin quite close behind him. Kevin will not be wanting to interfere too much with the AlphaTauri's race, but will certainly get past him if he is given the chance. Elsewhere, Dust doesn't look like he is going to make a move anytime soon. Trying to get past Iron Kid. Jimmy Jags is well up in the fight. God, Jimmy, I love seeing this. This is brilliant. Hopefully he can hang on to the DRS of the guys in front. Looks like Kevin is really close behind Alex, who is pretty close behind Dom, who is dropping off the back of Simon. So Simon using that ERS to hopefully stay within the ERS or the DRS zone, of Bully ahead of him, and drag himself along on the slower tyres for the moment. And it looks like he has got the pace. Looks like Real Maroc had spun. He's still going though, so that will not be a safety car or a VSC. Looks like Dust has managed to get his way past Iron Kid. But now Dust has some serious motoring to do, because he's got to catch up to the back of Jimmy Jags. And today that is not an easy thing to do, because Jimmy Jags has pace, and we love to see it. 15 people watching, thank you all for tuning in. Looks like we've had Chris Piper spin. So him and Tazzy are going to have a little fight at the back between those two. Excuse me, my voice is going so quickly. Dust is going to have to get a move on. He's 2.1 seconds. Looks like he doesn't have a whole lot of straight line speed on that car. Jimmy's gone a little bit wide. Simon is almost out. He is now out of the DRS zone of Bully, and is now going to be under attack from Dom come the second lap. Come the lap after this, when DRS is enabled. Looks like Dom is under attack from LX, but LX just gets fought off by the Aston Martin, who keeps his P3 position. Kevin and Kadoy look like they were having a bit of a scrap, and Jimmy has just now dropped off the back of the leading pack. Looks like Chris has had another moment. Jimmy will be hoping that he can jump back into the DRS zone. Has a little bit of ERS to use when he needs to. I can't tell if Jimmy's lagging or if it's just his driving style. He's just because he is on controller. He is now going to be under threat from Dust pretty soon. Dust using that ERS, dragging Iron Kid, Mon, Speedy Bullet along with him. Speedy Bullet, who lost a couple of positions at the start, but is running a pretty nice race and has quite a lot of ERS to boot. So we'll certainly be hoping to make his way up a few positions. Looks like we've had Dom now going to be the one to challenge Simon. Simon looking like he is struggling a little bit on those hard tyres for the moment. Without any ERS, he is going to be an absolute sitting duck. Oh, wow, okay. I'm not sure if that was just a late movement from Simon, or I don't know, man. That looked a bit... Oh, Dom's now lost another position down to P6. He might be on a threat from Jimmy Jags, who looks like he's pushing the boundaries of how quickly that car can go. But that is an extra position for LX, who is going to make the move on Simon if he can. I do not know what happened there. It looks like Simon is going to hang it round the outside if he can. LX will not want to... Oh, he's got the Red Bull up the inside. This could go badly if these guys do not keep it tight. There we... Yeah. LX probably wisely backs out, maybe goes for the switchback down into P4. Kevin gets up into P3, and Dust is now still not off. He's still not in the DRS zone of Jimmy. All this fighting will help him. Look at that, 1.4 now. It was 2 seconds about a lap ago, but all this fighting is almost certainly helping Simon and helping Bully as well out front. 1.7 the gap for him. It looks like we have had Franz Piper have a bit of a spin. Yeah, I am not sure what happened there. Looks like, I think Dom expected Simon to go to the outside. Simon kept his line on the inside and just caught Dom out. May have been a bit of lag, may have been a late movement. I am sure we will find out after the race. But for the moment, Dom down into P6. Will Kevin be the next one to make a move on Simon Busfan? He's got a lot more ERS. We saw in Japan that Kevin is very good at conserving his ERS and is probably going to fly past. Down into turn 5. Nicely done from him. Will he have the traction to get out of the DRS zone of Simon? He does indeed. Simon will have DRS, but not much DRS to boot. Is Alex going to make a move? Be brave to go around the outside. He's going to try it. Simon's going to squeeze him to the inside. Looks like a little bit of lag. Alex is going to go for it. Is he going to have the grip? He's going to hope he does. It looks like he has got that move done. Simon's going to give it up. And that is a P3 for Alex. And he is looking better and better by the moment. Dust down in P8. He's 1.9 now. Just does not have the pace for the moment. We'll almost certainly be hoping for another safety car. Jimmy Jags up into P6. Jimmy is thriving for the moment. And I imagine every single one of the 15 people watching is loving this from Jimmy Jags. Doesn't have much DRS, but neither does the people around him, actually. He probably has the most out of the top 3 to 7th. So nice done from him. Hopefully he can jump back into the DRS zone of Godoy when he needs to and carry on leading with this pack. Kevin will be hoping to close up to the back of Bully, but Bully is looking very good for the moment. Elsewhere, we have got Iron Kid and Speedy Bullet just spacing out for the moment. Looks like Mons has dropped down into P11. Dust is now within the DRS zone of Dom. And he does get the DRS. Looks like Dom is going to make that move on Jimmy Jag. So these guys swapping places yet again. Dust will be wanting to clear these as quickly as possible. He's not too far behind Alex, as you can see in that picture. Looks like Mons his way back past Speedy Bullet. He's not too far behind. He doesn't have a whole lot of ERS, 43%. Although actually compared to the guys ahead, he does have a lot. Dom is looking like he may well be repassed by Jimmy. Is Jimmy going to go for the move? He is going to try it. Be brave to go around the outside there. Just can't quite get it done. Is Dust going to give it an opportunity? He isn't. Dust for the moment, just playing the long game. Knows that if he gets caught up in any tangles, then that is almost certainly his championship over. For the moment, he is not looking particularly good either. Definitely needs to get a bit of a move on. That lack of qualifying laps definitely hurt him, because if you think he was 4.5 tenths off on one run, you'd imagine he could have gone a bit quicker. Oh, and he's had a little bit of a moment there. He's managed to save it, but that will probably hinder him from making a move. Both Jimmy and Dom go wide. These guys are dropping off the back. Chris Piper has retired from the session, and is that going to be a safety car? It is. Chris Piper, he's miles off track. Looks like he's just gone straight on. Is that the chicane? Not a clue. Not a clue what's happened, but that is another safety car. We got Franz in the pits. Chris Piper on his last race with us, unfortunately. I have no idea what he did there. Let's see if we can see what the fucking did. His car's gone, hasn't it? Haven't a clue. Have not a clue. But that makes things a little bit more interesting. Bunches the pack up again. Will the medium guys come into the pits? Probably 18, 17 laps on a set of hard tyres. It's probably doable. We will jump off board and we will wait and see. Will we get any split strategy from LX and Dust? Will Dust be held up in the pits if they both come in? Not entirely sure. We'll have to wait and see. Might well be a little bit. Well, hopefully for his sake, we'll not lose any positions to Iron Kid and Mons and Speedy Bullet behind him. Bullet is going to come into the pits. So is Kevin. So is Alex. Simon is as well. Carrying on probably wise. Kadoy, Dom, Jimmy Jags, Dust as well. Everyone's coming into the bits. Iron Kid, yeah, we're just going to go all into the bits as Mom picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And is Dust going to be hindered by his teammate in a pit? It looks like he should be alright. There might be a little bit of a wait. It looks like should be okay for the moment. We will wait and see where Iron Kid is in relation. No, Iron Kid has got in front of Dust. Yeah. Bad to worse for Dust. Down into P9. As I'm going to try and do actually minimal talking for the rest of this. I will talk, but my throat is absolutely killing me, as you can probably hear. I'm getting more and more nasally by the second, as we still have 19 laps to go. So not much has changed. I imagine all these guys are on the hard tyres. Apart from Simon, who is on mediums, and Tazzy is on softs. Alici and Iron Kid on mediums, so that is going to prove even harder for Dust to get past. Simon, we will be keeping a keen eye on him. I imagine we'll be going for the 2-stop for the rest of this race, so he's going to want to clear these guys as quickly as possible. We've still got Maroc off the back. So we will be certainly going for another lap, and I'm just going to quickly rest my throat. So do give me 1 minute. I'll be back in a bit. As there we go, safety car is going to be in this lap. I feel refreshed. Ready to commentate over the rest of what hopefully is going to be an exciting finale. I will be rooting Dust on to make on as many positions, make up as many positions as possible. Because I would like to see a fight between those two, at least for position. Even if Dust has 11 points to make up, which is quite a lot. Bully is going to lead us away for the second time, this time on a fresh set of hard tyres. Jimmy Jag's still down in P7. Running a very, very nice race from him. I'm incredibly happy for him. Excuse me. As I would... God, I was really hoping Carter could come and take away half of the talking. But it is just me. And we're going to power through, and these guys are going to power through. We have 18 laps left. When is Bully going to go? He's got Kevin behind him now. Looks like he's gone pretty early. He's caught Kevin a little bit napping, although Kevin has got a pretty good gap to LX, with Simon pretty close behind the championship leader. This is the battle to watch for the moment. Can Simon muscle his way past the championship leader? We've got Kadoy. Looks like Simon doesn't have a whole lot of ERS on that car. Sorry, straight line speed. All over the place. Although didn't actually use any ERS. So maybe does... We will jump on board with him. See, will he make the move on the AlphaTauri? Is he going to try one into the hairpin to be brave? He's not. He's going to think better of it. And he's going to go very wide. Is that going to allow Kadoy up the inside? It looks like the better strat. No, Kadoy makes a very nice move up the inside. Simon is going to have the slipstream. Looks like Bully is trying to break that slipstream of his own. Now LX is going to give the slipstream to Kadoy. Pretty wisely. That is very clever from LX. Will Simon, he's going to go for it on both of them. I think Kadoy might well back out of this one. He does. That was very clever from LX, trying to give it to the hard runner behind him. Knows that he will be less of a threat than the medium running Simon. Simon has managed to stay within and is burning that ERS like there's no tomorrow. Needs to be careful, though, as he's going to find himself a sitting duck once again. Kevin now in the DRS zone of Bully, so it'll be very interesting to see what their pace is like. Looks like these two actually, for the moment, do have the best pace in the field. Simon is very close to LX. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Simon, if Simon does get close to LX, I imagine LX will not fight him too much, considering his situation for the moment. Dust is not looking like he's going to challenge Iron Kid anytime soon. Iron Kid maybe on the back of Jimmy Jags, who is on the back of Dom, Who was on the back of Kadoy? Who was on the back of... and I go on and on and on. Kevin looks like he is almost dropping out of the DRS zone of Bully, who has used a lot more ERS than Kevin has. Kevin is very conservative with his ERS usually. Does have LX behind him, 5/10. Simon dropped off the back a little bit. Oh, he's almost run into the back of LX there. The better grip in those tyres paying dividends. Looks like Dust has made his way past Jimmy Jags. Jimmy Jags dropped down into P9 actually. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But looks like he is going to try one on Dust. He's maybe not actually, not using any RS. Brakes pretty early. Does not want to get in the way. Looks like Simon has made his way past LX. So Dust making up one position and LX losing one. Looks like LX is going to try and go for it again on the Alpine. Simon, is he going to squeeze him to the outside? Be brave if, yeah, Alex backs off pretty wisely. Protects from Kadoy behind as he goes a little bit wide. Doesn't need to be picking up any 3-second penalties for the moment. Kadoy probably wisely does not try and send one down the inside of the championship leader. Looks like Jimmy Jax has made his way back past Dust, and Dust has spun. Dust has spun. He's run into the back of Jimmy Jax, and it does not look like he's moving anytime soon. Probably pretty annoyed with himself. Looks like Jimmy Jags just got in front, and I don't know what happened there. I imagine we will wait and see. But that is a huge swing in the championship. Maybe an unsurprising one, considering that it puts LX even further in front. But Dust is going to have to pray for a safety car and a bit of a miracle for the moment. LX will have probably seen that on the minimap. And just needs to cruise to the finish. That does ruin the tension a little bit. I didn't know what happened there. Jimmy Jags looks like he's losing a bit of time to the guys up front. Elsewhere, looks like we have got Kadoy trying to make his way past Alex. Is Alex going to hang it around the outside? He is. He's going to give Kadoy a lot of space. Probably wise he backs out. Does not try and summon down the inside. Kadoy with a little bit of a wiggle. And is Alex going to try and make the move back past Kadoy? Kadoy is going to use the 2% of the ERS he's got. Alex is probably not going to be past just in time to make the move, although he looks like he might be. Is Kadoy still there? Kadoy, we don't know. Terrible camera angle. Kadoy is still there. Alex is going to be run a little bit wide. Loses that position for now, but I imagine we'll have a good chance to retake it when he needs. Simon is now onto the back of the leading two. Look at that, Kevin with 91% ERS. Is thriving at the moment. Excuse me. Absolutely thriving. And is sat behind Bully, who is definitely using his ERS a lot more than the guys behind him. Simon with 25%. If he wants a chance at a podium, needs to make his way past these guys as soon as possible. I imagine we'll go medium or medium soft if he thinks his podium chances are over. Maybe wants to go for a fastest lap, a lap record. J-Rap picks up the first 3-second penalty. Sorry, the second 3-second penalty. Looks like Simon had a real moment going into the chicane. Sorry, the hairpin. Is he going to make a move on Kevin? It looks like he's going to try his best. He's going to burn all that ERS. Kevin is not. And I imagine that will be the move done on the fresher tyres for Simon. Is Kevin going to fight it? Looks like Simon squeezed him a little bit to the outside. Kevin's not going to fight that. And Simon's going to get the DRS off of Bully, and that will be the position probably defended from the Red Bull behind him, although the Red Bull's going to come back at him. Is Kevin going to go? He's going to go to the inside. Simon looks like he's covered off the inside. Oh, and Kevin really wanted to go inside. And Simon was having absolutely none of it. And that is the P2 position now for the Alpine, who is on the fresh tyres. Does not have a whole lot of ERS. Simon never usually does. And we'll be looking to make his way past Bully as quickly as possible. He does. Could always start to drop off a little bit from the guys behind. Looks like Alex has been passed by Iron Kid and Dom. He's down at P7. And you're thinking, if Dust hadn't have had that moment, he would be right there with his championship rival. And we could be looking at an entirely different race. But for the moment, Dust down in P14. And Alex is running a pretty comfy race up in P7. Probably just not going to take any risks from now until the checker flag. Franz Pfeiffer picks up a 3-second penalty. Looks like Simon is going to be trying to make a move on Bully. He has not got much ERS, and you can see that because he is not closing in too much, although he is going to go to the inside into the chicane. Bully looks like he backed out of it. Is he going to try for the switchback? He looks like he's been hit by Kevin. Kevin, will he try the switchback on Bully? Looks like he is going to get the grip. And Kevin will almost certainly have the ERS advantage over the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo is going to run out of ERS at some point. Is Kevin going to try and hang it around the outside? It looks like he is. He's going to send one up the outside. But Bully has the better grip for the moment. Cuts him off. Is Kevin going to go into the inside? He isn't. He's just going to think better of it. Excuse me. And that is P1 for Simon. And he will be looking to break away from these guys. He's already 7.5 tenths away from Bully. So we're going to need a mega first sector from the Alpine. He's almost 8 tenths now, dropping back down after a bit of ERS usage from Bully. We'll keep a keen eye on the gap and see. Oh, maybe not. Simon's round. Simon is round at the first corner. And that is his race pretty much ruined. He's going to have to almost certainly make another stop, but he's got some pretty hot tyres. Looks like he is fighting with Jimmy Jags. And Jimmy Jags has tried one on the inside. He's now lost the position to his teammate. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. His Speedy Bullet going to try and make a move. It looks like Jimmy Jags has now got literally Christie up his inside. We'll jump on board Speedy Bullet. Is he going to try and make a move on Simon? I imagine he is. Hopefully Simon does not move at all. He doesn't. He just lets the Mercedes go past. Here we go. Litchi's going to go. Jimmy's going to go. They're going to 3 wide. That can only end badly. It looks like they're all right. Jimmy is going to run to the back of his teammate. A slight tap. Oh, no, a big tap from Jimmy. Speedy Bullet. And Simon's round again. It's going bad to worse for him. It looks like Iron Kid has made his way up into P5. Simon now down into P13. Is doing some end of season donuts. You better get out of there quickly, mate. Otherwise you're going to be disqualified. Elsewhere we have Kevin, who's lagging out about a bit. Kadoy, Simon Barstafan has left the session, that's probably why. And he's left the session, I imagine, in his car. Okay, alright. Well, at least he's not retired. Dust down in P13, he is probably ruining his luck for the moment. Dom looks like he is hanging on to the back of Iron Kid pretty nicely. Maybe kind of make a move into the inside of the hairpin. I imagine he won't, and we'll just wait for the DRS and repass the Williams when he can. Alex running in P4. For the moment, lag got me spun. No idea, mate. No idea what happened. Dom is going to make his way past Iron Kid. Not much ERS on the Aston Martin. Not much ERS on the Williams either. These guys are closing up to the back of LX, who is just dropping off actually. Kadoy, Kevin and Bully. Kevin looks like he has made his way up into P1. That is first place for the Red Bull with his hordes of ERS. He is just stacking it up. Fair play to him. Bully with 13%. He's going to be at a disadvantage for the rest of this race in terms of ERS, you'd imagine. Kadoy is running a pretty nice P3. Looks like we have had... Is that Dom who's had a bit of a moment? Potentially. Fighting with Iron Kid, I'm not entirely sure. As we move on to lap 19 of this race, Dom picking up a warning there almost certainly. He looks like he might have Speedy Bullet to watch. Alici and Jimmy Jags running in tandem. Looks like we've got Mons actually as well, running a nice race in P10. Keeping out of trouble for the moment. Dom is in the pits, maybe with some wing damage. So that's a free position for Jimmy. He's now into P8. Iron Kid and Alici, imagine, will have to stop at some point soon. Unless they fancy going to the soft tyres. Bully is right behind Kevin. Kevin is going to use the DRS, he's not. And Bully, probably wise for him just to stick behind the Red Bull. Recharge his ERS. He's going to go at the inside. He doesn't. He's either listening to the stream or he's got a good racing brain. Looks like Eat My Dust has retired from the session. And there we go. Championship over. That is a safety car. And LX is your Tier 2 champion for Season 2. Congratulations to him. Probably not the way he would have wanted to win it. Definitely not the way Dust would have wanted to lose it. But that's... oh, and there we go. Alex picking up a drive-through penalty. As we speak, he can do what the fuck he wants now. He's going to have to come into the pits, and that's going to put him right to the back of the field. Dust has left the session. That is a shame for him. He's had a fantastic season. And we will almost certainly be seeing him in Tier 1. But that is the championship over. A bit of an anticlimax, which is a shame. We will obviously continue streaming for the rest of this race. And it looks like we could get a good fight between, or maybe not, because Kevin's picked up a 3-second time penalty. So's Kadoi. I imagine these ones are into the pits, which almost certainly can be removed. Hopefully I'm still streaming. Yeah, I am. Happy days. Alex is in the pits. He will have to serve his drive-through anyway. Just going to stick on a set of softs. Oh, excuse me. He is in P5. He will be dropped right down into P14. If Simon had stayed, he could be fighting, but he gone. He gone. Still get some points though. His AI's going. And Jimmy Jags has been disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. I'm so confused. What has Jimmy done? What has Jimmy done? Let's find out. I have no idea what's happened there. Anyone, feel free to tell me what just happened. I can't actually see any of your messages right now. If you are sending them. What did you do, Jimmy? What did you do? Did you overtake the safety car? Fuck the AI. Were you in AI? My AI overtook the safety car. Go on, Jimmy. That is a shame. I didn't even clock that he was in P1. Why were you in AI? Anyway. No idea. No idea what's happened there. Jimmy says he's going to kill himself. Why did you box? Yeah, it's a good point. Bless him. Well, no podium for Jimmy. What position was Jimmy before? He was P7, mate. He was P7. He was running a cracking race. He was looking good for some points, and he's I don't know what's happened. We've had a few bottles today. Dust probably being the biggest one. Simon, who was in a ghost even at the moment. Jimmy is dead. And I imagine Kevin and Kadoi will be able to get their 3 seconds removed if they so please. Iron Kid Speedy Bullet. Actually, Speedy Bullet will be a factor in this race. On the medium tyres, he will have a bit of pain to start with, maybe Mons, but he does not have many soft tyres. If I get a podium, I get P3 in the championship. Go for it, man. Go get it. Best of luck to you. And if you are listening, I imagine you got that the warning under the safety car and on the pit line, which you can get removed as long as you don't get any more for the rest of this race. And you have your race director. So do remember that if you do want to get that removed. As it sounds like Mons is the target for the moment of Dust's anger. I don't quite know what happened between those two. I didn't really see it. We will imagine, we'll wait and see. And I imagine the safety car will come in this lap. Simon's dead AI is just cruising around at the moment. And we are going to get a bit of a sprint to the finish. Hopefully the safety car is not going to come in this lap, is it? No. Simon's AI better hurry up. And we are going to get underway on lap 23. We're going to have 7 laps to the end to close out what, for the most part, has been a fantastic Tier 2. Excuse me. Whilst we have time, I do want to say thank you to all of the guys who have been here from the start, who have been clean, who have been consistent, who have been unproblematic. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been so much better than the last Tier 2 we had. And I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys, 6 or 7 of you, I think 5 or 6, in Tier 1 next season. and the rest of you guys hopefully in full-time seats for Tier 2. We will be doing some changes in terms of relegation and promotion for next season. You will be joined by a few of the Tier 1 boys, probably a few of the admins as well, and they will be right on pace. And I imagine we're going to have a pretty close field next year, with Jimmy Jags probably heading up after his showing today. He's been fantastic, apart from being disqualified. Simon's AI is now at the back of the field, so we are going to get underway at the end of the lap, and I will be back once the safety car is about to come in. Right, we are going to get underway again. 11 people watching. The last ever action, the 6 last laps of PRL Season 2. It's been a fantastic season. Jimmy Jags has retired. Jimmy Jags has left, unsurprisingly. And Bully, for the 3rd time this race, looks like Mons and Speedy Bullet are going side by side. Hopefully Mons is not being a dick. Looks like he was trying to get past Speedy Bullet. Mons has been given a 5-second penalty. It looks like Bully's gone already, and he caught Kevin Nappany. He hasn't quite. 5/10 gap. Kevin will not be too displeased with that. Godoy will be looking to hang on to these guys as well. Looks like Kevin and Bully have had the best pace. Jimmy says, I am engulfed with utter rage. I'm not surprised, mate. I'm not surprised. Speedy Bullets on those medium tyres. He could well be a factor. If he can stay within the DRS of the guys ahead, Iron Kid looks like he's going to go for a move on Alex, your Tier 2 champion. Although Alex gets a fantastic exit coming out of the hairpin and will retake that P4. Speedy Bullet just needs to burn a bit of that ERS to stay within the DRS zone of these guys. Looks like Iron Kid has now made his way past Alex into P4 with no penalty. Looking good for a provisional P2 at the moment, depending on penalty removals. We will wait and see. Kevin looks like he is doing his signature trick of just not using an ERS compared to Bully, who is absolutely burning it. Godoy, for the moment, is looking like the quickest man. Purple sector 2. A little bit of a geared problem there, but got it all sorted. Speedy Bullet still within that 1 second mark. Well, I imagine we'll drop out in the 3rd sector with the mechanical grip needed. There we go, already out. And looks like he might well have Mons on his tail when the soft tyres really get working on that McLaren Real Maroc. And Speedy Bullet both picking up a 3-second penalty. I swear that was not real. That looked like they just got it for crossing the pit line. And Alex is serving his drive-through, which I completely forgot that he had to serve. So that is Speedy Bullet up into P5. So nicely done from him. Godoy still sticking to the back of these guys. Iron Kid may well be a factor come the end of this race. He looks like he's got pace today. As we move on to lap 24, it looks like Bully trying to break that DRS zone. I imagine Kevin's going to have 90 plus, 71, so he's used a bit. Bully has also used a lot more. Godoy is still there, lurking in the background, has used a bit more ERS. Looks like Speedy Bullet has got past Mons. Mons is going to be there on the inside, and Speedy Bullet really pinches him to the inside of the corner. Mons will be trying to make that move. We will wait and see whether he can get it done. It looks like, I imagine, yep, there we go. Mons cuts across. Speedy Bullet will have to give that position up for the moment. And it looks like he might be under attack from Alici at the moment. Alici is going to try one around the outside. He'd be brave if he tries that. Is he going to go to the inside? He's absolutely sent one, and he's got it. What a move. What a move from Alici, Christian. That was incredible. He drifted it. Speedy Bullet, has he got wing damage? I can't quite tell, but he's got absolutely no pace for the moment. And yeah, Speedy Bullet does have wing damage. I don't know what's happened there. I imagine that will be a retirement from him, unless he wants to carry on to the end of this race. Looks like he does, fair play. Alex down in P12, fighting with Simon's dead AI for the moment. Simon's AI is using a bit of DRS as well, didn't know they could do that. Bullet has got out of the DRS zone of the Red Bull behind him, although Kevin using a bit of DRS to jump back in. Iron Kid is also within the DRS of Kadoy, who's dropped out of the DRS of Kevin. Franz up in P7, nicely done from him. Looks like Dom has had a bit of a spin and he's now down in P10. Alici up in P6 and looking like he might well be up into P5 come the end of this race. He looks like he's got the better pace than the McLaren ahead of him. But for excitement's sake, we are going to assume that neither Kadoy, neither Kevin have penalties, as it looks like they should be able to get them removed. Oh, excuse me. Kevin is now 4/10 behind Bullet with probably more ERS. Yeah. Is he going to just wait till the last lap? We're on lap 26 now, so we have 4 laps of PRL Season 2 left. Who is going to be the last winner of this season? Iron Kid has dropped off with no ERS, so that is probably a P4 conserved for him. But nothing more, unless Kadoy and Kevin do in fact have those 3 seconds legit. Alex looks like he's made his way past Tazzy into P as Dom has retired in the pits. Alici is now on the back of Mons, and it looks like, there we go, Kevin is not going to stick behind Bullet. He's going to give the Alfa Romeo a chance to conserve a bit of ERS. Is Bullet going to go for it? Looks like he doesn't think he needs to, although he is going to use, yep, just a little bit. Probably doesn't need to be using it there. Every little helps, especially considering the ERS saving prowess of the Red Bull ahead of him, who is now on 43 compared to 25. This may well come down to the last lap. The fight for the win. Kadoy looks like he's pretty comfy in P3 for the moment. Iron Kid looks like he is just going to come home in a net P4. Alici looking like he may well be getting a season best result, I believe, of P5. Looks like he's shaping up for a move on the McLaren ahead of him. Franz is running a very nice race, fighting with J-Rat for the P7 position. And I imagine Alex will be joining them pretty soon, and we'll have a whole lot better pace. And here we go. Is Bully going to go for it? He is. Again, why I don't race here. Motherfuckers run into me to fuck up my wing. That's why I had to pit. Shit's stupid and not fair. Alici makes his way past Mons. And gets that move done into P5. Very nice done from him. Alex into P7 past J-Rat. J-Rat is going to try and hang it around the outside. As Alex looks like he has a bit of a moment. Bully is still behind Kevin. And looks like he is now beginning to close up to the ERS level of Kevin. And Bully, considering that that Kevin, for most of the part of this race, had some serious advantages in the ERS department. Kevin is now having a little bit of a wiggle. Actually, maybe losing a bit of temperature. Getting a bit too much temperature, losing a bit of grip on that set of softs that he's had on for 8 laps. We're going to move on to the second last lap. And is Bully going to go for it on the second last lap, or is he going to sit and wait? He uses a bit of ERS. Losing probably a couple percent that he didn't need to. We'll get the slipstream. He is 5 tenths behind, so he's going to get a very nice toe down the back straight. Just needs to get a good exit out of this hairpin. Goes a little bit wide, but it's probably going to get good traction. He does. It's 6 tenths now. Is Kevin going to use his ERS? Doesn't look like he did. Looks like Alex has made his way past J-Rat. Nicely done from them two. the championship is already decided, so Alex can kind of do what he wants. Bully is now going to try and make a move, potentially. He's going to be brave if he does. He's using ERS, which he doesn't really need to do, although Kevin is really using his ERS for some reason. Probably needs to save it as much as he can for the last lap, considering Bully is going to be the one with DRS. And we will jump off board for this battle. This is a very good way to finish the season, with a fight for the lead here under the lights of Yas Marina, between two very good drivers. It looks like Bully has maybe picked up a warning there. I don't know if Kevin has run out of fuel, but he's really struggling for grip at the moment. Maybe potentially hit the cliff a little bit before Bully, because Bully looks like he's almost pushing him around the corners, especially in the third sector. Bully with 40%, Kevin with 27%. Kadoy, whether or not that 3 second stands, is going to be in P4, considering Iron Kid is 3.4 back, unless Iron Kid has a fantastic last lap. But here we go. Bully is going to be right on the back of Kevin. And my throat is going to kill me for this. Bully is going to go to the inside. It looks... and he's almost running to the back of the Red Bull. Gets it done nicely. But here we go. Is it going to be a pass for the lead on the last lap? Here we go. Bully, the Croatian man, he's going to burn the ERS, turn on the DRS, and are going to want to get as far clear as he can, considering that Kevin is going to get the ERS and the DRS advantage. It looks like Kevin has saved up the ERS, but it looks like he's just not going to get the grip coming out of that second part of the chicane, and that may well be the win for Bully, his second win of the season. He just needs to keep it going until Kevin looks like he might have a go. He's just too far back. So Bully has about 5 corners just to keep everything stable, keep everything under control, and that's going to be a second win for him. And we can congratulate him, whilst we then turn our attention to the man who has won the championship. But for the moment, it is the Croatian man who has pretty much led from start to finish. These two have been nose to tail as well. Fantastic fight from them. It is Bully who comes across and he wins the Season 2 Tier 2 finale here in Abu Dhabi, picks up the 25 points. Kevin in P2, Kadoy in P3, and Iron Kid in P4. But for now, we're going to turn our attention to the man in the AlphaTauri. He has been crowned already, but we will do him more justice. He has been fantastic. He came in late. He's driven... I don't know what he's doing with the AlphaTauri. Sorry, the Aston Martin there. He's going to come across the line. Does a little bit of weaving. Fully deserved. And he is your Tier 2 champion for Season 2. Congratulations to the German. And that is it. That is it. Season 2 is down. We just got a couple of people to come across the line. Simon and Tazzy. We are going to get... There we go. Season 2 over. Pleasure to have you all with me. And there we are, the man of the hour. Alex in the AlphaTauri, the Tier 2 champion, will be making his way to fight with Tier 1 for next season. For now, can bask in the glory of his championship win. A fantastic drive from Bully, who, as we said, picked up the P1. You can see Kevin and Kadoy. Kadoy, who I imagine will be P3 in the championship. Fantastic from him. And there we have it. Bully in P1 with the fastest lap as well. Kevin in P2, Kadoy in P3, and Iron Kid rounding off the top 4. Literally with a fantastic P5 all the way from P14. That is driver of the day material right there. Mons in P6, LX in P7, J-Rat in P8, Franz in P9, Speedy Bullet in P10, Simon in P11, Real Morocco in P12, Dom in P13, Dust, who had not the race he was hoping for, in P14, Chris in P15, Just Cold Pillow in 16, and Jimmy Jags disqualified in P17. And that is it. That is everyone finished for the season. That's me finished for the season. I'm going to go rest my voice before I have to go clubbing, which I might be too old for now. Thank you all for watching. Been a pleasure to have you all with me throughout this season. Keep your eyes peeled for Tier 2 and Tier 1 sign-ups. Calendar reveals, driver lineup reveals, any rule changes, any improvements, anything we do. Do have your notifications on. I imagine they will come thick and fast in the next week. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Congratulations to AlphaTauri and for Alex for winning the Tier 2 Constructors and Tier 2 Drivers Championships. And we will see you in about 2 weeks' time. Hopefully it'll be Carter for the... Actually, no, they'll be on the same day. So we'll both be on the same day. We will see you on the 4th of January, fingers crossed. So catch you all then. Peace.